Hello, everyone. This is the last race we did on February 19th, 2023. And yes, you saw it. We had 167 people in this Gfred, which is a cannonball style race that Broughy created when the creator dashboard was first put into GTA Online by Rockstar. The previous Gfred record was 55 players. It was also held here on 8th gear. The basic rules of Gfred are you swim from the island to the lighthouse to the first checkpoint, and then you run to the highway. You are not allowed to take any bikes, any planes, any boats, and you are not allowed to get into a car until you get to the highway. And also, if you accidentally kill someone, you have to wait for them. Same as like in racing, because you could definitely ruin the race. And if you keep going, it's, unsportsmanlike. And we want this to be as competitive as possible. And on this part of the race, Broughy had accidentally left the non-contact feature on. Gfred is best if you have contact on. It is really fun. It can also be really frustrating depending on kind of where you're at on it. So we end up having to restart. And as we restarted, we crashed. I did not include that part of it, just for time's sake. I'll be coming in, chiming in every now and then for just some little commentary at the certain points in this race. And I will see y'all then. And as you can see here, there's 167 people on this island. It's real crazy, and everybody was just freaking out about it. And we're off. We are all running to our heart's content. Usually we're on bikes in a regular GTA Online session with the consoles. This one, it's this many people. That many bikes would be too much. We do end up getting bikes if we die and respawn. So that's always a fun thing. So here we are, we're swimming. And from here we have a couple different lines. Once we get to the checkpoint here at the lighthouse, we can climb up that little pier and start running from there. Or, as you'll end up seeing me do and several others, we just take what is known as the swim line. It's a lot faster in the scuba suit, but we don't have those scuba suits in the server here. And now we're just running to the highway. And normally I would veer off to the left or to the right to kind of get up there to the overpass part of the highway. But I had a bad feeling that there was going to be nothing. So I, like a lot of these other people, just kind of start running underneath the bridge and just keep going, trying to find cars, any car we can find, just to get going. And here we are, still running around. I thought about going to Grapeseed, and then decided no, we'll start heading towards Sandy Shores. And I end up running, and here I end up finding this Hellion. So I'm thinking, hey, let's grab it, go, because any time I spend running is time that I'm losing to a lot of other people. So we start taking this thing and start going towards the quarry. And here we are at the quarry. You see somebody taking a dump. There's somebody in the mixer. Oh, it is absolute chaos out here. And you saw a lot of people there on the highway, a lot of cars out there on the highway from abandoned vehicles, because everybody just grabbed what they could at first and then switched up as they found something better. And wow. And I grabbed the quarry checkpoint, and now we got to get out of the quarry and head towards the airport. And it's just bumper cars right now. It really reminds me of that multi-class race we just did in the previous video. And so now we're here out there on the highway. Still chaos, a lot of cars just on the road, in the middle of the road. And it's like this the entire way to the airport. And it gets worse in the city, actually. And you'll see what I mean in a few, like in a couple of minutes here. And yeah, you see what I mean. There's like this huge traffic jam. People are getting crashed. Just got passed by the leaders here. And wow, it's just it's really bad. I cannot. Oh, this is so bad. But we survive and get through, getting past left and right because I'm in a slower vehicle. And yeah, it's one of those what can I do situations. All right, and here we are at the airport, trying to get through here, and still dodging cars, dodging all obstacles. I get punted here a little bit. I probably could have taken this on around a little bit, but I feel it wouldn't have helped me much. I still would have had to go a little further to go around there. So back up, start here, and this is the worst choke point we ever got. People trying to get out of the airport, people trying to get into the airport, cars being just abandoned and wrecked. I tried to take this jump here. Broughy cuts right there in front of me. So I, like these other fine people here, start going up the car park. So we start going, go to the left, take off to the right, go to the left here, and then instead of following everybody else there, because they're all going to go to the right, I'm going to take a left. And I just keep taking lefts on here, just to avoid having to deal with crashing into more people just in traffic like that. So here we are. Finally get up here to the top of the car park, and we get to our checkpoint. And here we are. Jump off the car park, and now try to exit via the highway, and I just keep hoping I can stay on there, but somebody, I get hit again here, and I get pushed off. So I could spend the time to get back on the highway there. I was like, nope, time's a wasting. Let's just drive off. I know the map pretty well after playing this for 10 years. We'll make another route, and it could end up being faster because everybody dying left and right on these things. Some of them are going to respawn back at the quarry because they were not able to get the airport checkpoint, and a lot of them are going to end up respawning at the airport because they finally got that checkpoint but just died real quick. Finally back on the highway. It saw me just hit that bus. Came out of nowhere, as traffic usually does in GTA. And so the next checkpoint we're going to is Mount Chiliad. This is by far the toughest part of Gfred we have to do, because the slopes of Mount Chiliad, for anyone who's played GTA, are very treacherous and really hard to climb. You see a lot of people here peeling off to the left to take that road out that way, to take what is known as the hot lap route. There's also a middle route that you can take that was kind of recently discovered and put forth to the community. The line I'm taking is the original route, the OG route, which for me, I did not believe this vehicle had the power to go up the hot lap route, those steep slopes. So I was playing it cautious, and also knowing how this race was probably going to be for a lot of people with this many people in it, I figured it was the safest option to take that OG route. So now we're basically heading back the way we came, past the quarry, past the lighthouse. Okay, and now we're starting our Chiliad Ascent. And I'm not the only one who ends up taking this route. There's a few other people, some ahead of me, some behind me. And so even now, this is still kind of a somewhat treacherous because I forgot how tipsy this vehicle is. And yeah. So I end up having to make my way up, and this is kind of going from the way I was able to go up this part is the exact reason why I thought I was not going to make it up the hot lap route or the middle route as well. Alright, and here we are getting close to the top of Chiliad. As you saw, there was another guy kind of just ahead of me, kind of came up a different route to Chiliad. And that one was kind of like discovered about 3 years ago, and we actually all got to see it like about 3 or 4 weeks ago with Broughy. Decided to try that. Here we are, hit the checkpoint, and I bumped somebody, and I end up flipping over and just try to stop myself from going down this part of the slope because I really do not want to end up at Grapeseed. Finally get to stop right about now, and we're gonna turn around and start heading back up to Chiliad and try to take the normal Chiliad line down. Chiliad is also another little checkpoint. Has got another bad choke points right here. See it, everybody kind of traffic jam trying to bust their way through. People are dying. And here we are on my Chiliad Descent, part 1. Right here, I start losing it. I'm off on my side. I can't do anything. And there I explode. Luckily, I got the checkpoint. So I'm right up here on a bike now and trying to figure out, okay, which way do I go down? And, yeah, I tried going down the normal way, and I end up getting hit by somebody down here, I think. Yeah, start going down the normal way, and boom, I get hit right here, and I start heading towards Grapeseed again. Alright, so yeah, we finally get down here, and I end up finding this journey. And people have already finished, as you can see up there in the top left. So the race is still far from over. So I end up taking this journey, and my next checkpoint is the observatory. As I take the journey, I was like, oh, this is slow. So, this Rumpo may be a little faster. And I did forget, the Rumpo, like the Hellion, is a little top heavy, and she's a little bouncy, so I end up kind of turning around. Like, I basically tip over a bit in here, so I'm trying to watch where I go. And if anyone's curious where these other cars are heading, that is the middle route as you're going. Alright, and we're still here on our way to the observatory, and I just get passed by Broughy, who was ahead of me, and then he blew up at Chiliad, and then like before he got to Chiliad he blew up, made his way back, ended up having to wait for somebody, and finally caught up to me over here. But I say I'm in a slow vehicle, so that allows him to get there. And right here I beached the vehicle. I got lucky, somebody actually kind of hit me and kind of helped push me back a little bit to where I can get through. And there we go. Hitting the observatory checkpoint. And now I know I'm going to need another car, so I end up stopping here and picking up this faster car here. Not exactly sure what it is. It doesn't tell me. I didn't look at it to see, but it's definitely faster. Bushes don't really like me too much. And so now we're heading to the final checkpoint as I hit a tree. It's a little place that we all affectionately call Broughy Island, but it's it's the mirror of the island we started on this other side of the map by Zancudo. And here I go through Zancudo on my way to the one of the other lines that we have. This is called the Hail Mary line. I could have just bypassed Zancudo and gone up Mount Josiah here off to the right and taken the parachute line there. But again, that would have been a safer option, I think. But I think everybody's trying to get there as fast as they can, so they want to take this line here, the Hail Mary line, because Hail Mary, because if you get it great, if you get it right, you're in good shape. If you don't, like here, you're kind of screwed. And I could have easily died on that. So, sitting here, is it okay? We'll just rear back, try it again. Get over here, I start to get going and run number 2. Keep going. I'm not able to because the car's right there in my way. Somebody else failed there, as you can see. So he's like, alright. We're going to do it a third time. Third time's the charm. So here we are. Just missed that one player who's about to do it again as well. And somebody's car explodes. And there we go. I'm off. I get out. I hit my parachute. Turn it around. But I don't start the wiggling on this very easily. Very quickly. I don't know. I could have maintained some height here if I just kind of did the little wiggle a little bit better, as you see me doing now. So here we are. We're just trying to make up spots. So I'm currently at 105th, and I just start working my way. And at this point I realized, yeah, I'm not going to make the island, so we'll wiggle kind of what we can, and I hit the water, and now it's a race to the island here. Alright, we made it at the island, and some of the people who have finished are sitting here screwing around in vehicles. Yeah, that's fun. And right here, I end up finishing 103rd out of 167 people. That's like almost 2 lobbies of GTA that I finished ahead of, which is really, really... it just really boggles the mind at how many people we have in here. And here we are at the end. I really want to thank 8th Gear for hosting this event and inviting Broughy and the rest of us to help stress test the server for them. It was a lot of fun, a lot of chaos, but still really enjoyed my time on this. If you're interested in trying 5M out, I'll have links to the server in this description. I will also have a link to Broughy's Gfred video as well. I'll have like a little alert box there on just before we end. And yeah, enjoy the videos. We'll catch you all in the next one.